Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 30-Minute Special. Sorry, I almost forgot the name of my own podcast there.
That's okay.
I have a special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody who listen and watching this podcast. My name is Eugene. I'm an artist and a musician and probably going to be much more well-known as a Highshifting.
Oh, definitely, man. Trust, I've heard some of his songs. Amazing, amazing. He's definitely going to get into it. So let's just get right into it. What got you into music?
Right. Well, it's a long journey that started maybe when I was 9 years old, and it was a punk music.
Yeah.
And when I first time heard punk, I just realized that, oh my God, you can do so much with the sound and noise. And since that, I never stopped. I started to write in kind of rhymes and poetry. And then at 13, I got my acoustic guitar and was just playing around. And it's ended up in writing endless amounts of kind of punk songs and stuff like that. A few bands. Then my first education. And I still never stopped. Was progressing and was getting amazed. I guess the thing that brought me into the music and kept me there as an artist. When I was 15 years old, I've seen Prodigy live.
Mm-hmm.
And this experience still kind of keeps the flame and love to the music inside of me, because something what I saw on that night when I was just a teenager from Ukraine, from a small city, seeing one of the most legendary rave and rock bands of contemporary music. When I've seen this live, I just realized that I will and I can be there as well if those guys can do it. It's so loud and so bright.
Yeah. That's amazing, because I've had a couple, like I've seen live bands and stuff like that, and I've always thought to myself, I can't wait. I wish I was able to have that level of talent. So the fact that you're so young and you managed to like take that in. If you can't see, that's a Tita in the background. She's doing something. Also, I'm recording this podcast in a shared kitchen, so that's where she is. No, but I just think it's amazing. Especially, I once tried to play the guitar myself. It is so hard. For the life of me, I could not. I just gave up. It's too much. It was too much. How long did it take you to, like, really learn how to do it?
To be honest, like it was very weird because I'm the only in the whole family who had any interest in art, either musical art or visual arts, which I also do, and it always was like just a fan guy experience. You know, you just listen to the music and you think, oh, this is so cool, and like, okay, I will just give it a retry. And then the retry never stopped. With the acoustic guitar transformed to electric guitar, transformed to a band, split up with the band, realized that I don't really want to work with them people because I can do everything myself. Downloaded the DAW for a computer and start, making all instruments
That's
on a
amazing.
computer just for myself and trying to find it, still playing and still not considering myself as a musician till maybe 20, till I realized that I've got maybe like 50, 60 demos song on my computer on a different state of like, in a few arrangements, and I just realized, okay, I actually do a lot of stuff. And that was a kind of the turning point when I actually realized that I'm not just doing music somewhere in a bedroom, but I can push it forward. And that's when my journey started. So I would say I'm a tactile musician, so I don't have academic education or anything, right? It's all self-learned. And my prerogative and my interest in the music was always multi-directional, multi-genre. That's why I couldn't say I'm a great guitarist. Guitar is my first instrument that I learned to play, and my bass instrument. However, I developed it to the particular level, same with the playing keys or composing on the keys, and much more into the actual digital design of a sound, working in a computer, in a program overall. So I would say, if you give me something that makes sound, I could make a song from it, right? However, I might have much more kind of empathic attitude to creating melodies and harmonies than a professional musician, because for a professional musician who had this education, it would be like a math You know, it would be a combination of the numbers and the formulas that works. Then
Yeah.
for me, it's still swimming blind in
Yeah.
a sea. You know, you know how to
What an
swim,
amazing
but you
way
don't
to
know
put
where
it.
to swim. You
Yeah,
know,
what an
so
amazing way to put it, man. That's insane, man. So you have a new EP coming out.
yeah, it just came out.
Just came out,
Yeah,
yeah?
it just came out.
I've actually listened to it and this is fucking amazing. And I have to say, I've always thought it's just, especially with like bands and stuff like that, the way you come up with names is just amazing. Like, so tell us the name and then tell us how you came up with it.
Right. So yeah, artist name is Highshifting, and the EP name is Odes to Sanity. It's a 3-track EP. Yeah, it's got a wee concept in it. So I recorded them songs year ago. I was doing the production. So they're a little bit kind of about me a year ago. Yeah, I'm in a different state emotionally and personally right now. But those songs describing some part of my journey when of self-consideration myself as a person who allows to speak what he thinks. I would say my big part of my musical background was always instrumental and working with other artists, writing lyrics for and songs for the other artists, participating more, maybe not as a ghostwriter, but as a kind of team builder sometimes, or a producer, I would say, yeah, but from kind of old school way of producing. But then a lot of the words and a lot of the rhymes and a lot of emotions was building up in myself till I reached the point when I just need them to be erupted like in volcano. And that's what the first song, Volcanic Fatigue, is about.
Amazing.
Inside of me just gets really, really tired, and it's get full with lava of expression and of experience. And that was the right time to let it out. And this is how it started, and eruption happened. So it leads to the second song, which is about how people around hear and see and relate to what I would like to share. And it's an interesting experience for me personally, as not a native speaker, for example, living in United Kingdom, to use a new language, which English going to be my fourth language that I speak. So it's enormously interesting tool to use in a poetry and in a rhyming, but this is a new thing for me. So sometimes what I do with it sounds a little bit like out of nowhere, like Nowherean accent. That's the song number 2. Sometimes people can recognize where I'm from, and I like it because I'm a quite cosmopolitan person, and the song is about whenever, doesn't really matter how it sounds if it's honest, right? After I reached that personal voice and became able to speak out loud with what is inside of me, with what happened to me, I came up to the point of looking into that, I would say like far, maybe beautiful, maybe dull, unknown beyond, somewhere there. And being right here in the middle of pandemic with a lot of things going on personally in my life, unfortunately meeting a lot of death and a lot of sorrow in either society, in a families, or just on the streets as well, and feeling all this tension. I was wondering, where's sanity? So the last song referred to this. This is all those 3 songs is kind of unites into few odes to the sanity. Where are you, and who is here interacting with the shadows? You know, it's a question mark with 3 more dots, right? And I leave this EP, those odes to sanity, with this open question kind of ending, because more yet to come.
Yeah?
Yes.
Nice. So now we're going to take a quick break just to listen to the song, and let me just say, you guys are in for a treat.
This band follow your inner spirit. Turn your lyrics into muddy liquid. You screaming but there's no one here to hear it. Cause everybody's waiting for a cash exhibit. You cover smears of blood under the sullen's feathers. You live this black or gray dependent on the weather. In a solemn place where all your sins have met together. You singing of sanity in days. Plans were on transplant, intends to enchant. You in the vain chat about your attraction. To the ghost of the past, to the link of wonderness. To the first pointless, to your senseless protest. Against rules of chess, against freedom in the chest. Comprehensive conquest of your brain has endless irreversible effect. Turn beginning into end. I heard in a grenade, serenade the cerebellum. Where are you and who is here? Interacting with the shadows, passion, the crumbles your fear. Feeding swallows and the gallows in performance for the blind and body music for the death. While you stay in your mind till there's nothing sane have left. In twilight with the haze, make up for someone's mistake in a trillion different ways. With the salt gate over links, hesitance creep up and soon. Melody of hope may risk to stay forever out of tune. Bro hangs up, mystical anonymous goes through the town. Smells like another final lockdown. Problem to ignore. In a foreign armor, you the worst part of the partner. Neuroticism as a synonym for a fresh episode from asylum. So the shadows are following you on the road. Flashbacks like the gloves draw while the world waits for the antidote. Where are you and who is here? Interacting with the shadows, passion that crumbles your fear. Feeding swallows and the gallows in performance for the blind and body music for the deaf. While you stay in your mind till there's nothing sane have left. Exactly like yourself, blends in twilight with the haze. Make up for someone's mistake in a trillion different ways. With the suffocate of the links, hesitance creep up and soon. Melody of hope may risk to stay forever out of tune. Follow your inner spirit. Turn your lyrics into another liquid. You screaming but it's no one here to hear it. Cause everybody's waiting for a cash exhibit. You cover smash of blood and let the stomach's fillers. Your love is black or granted but no the weather. Hit the sound.
Okay, welcome back, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed that song. Hopefully, I know you've definitely enjoyed that song. Now it's time to get to know Eugene a little more personally.
Right.
So tell us, what was it like in Ukraine? And
Well, yeah, I lived in Ukraine most of my life. It's my fifth year in UK. I traveled a lot as well, so I traveled 34 countries before I moved to UK. My dad is a traveler, so like it's not only because I wanted to, so it was just opportunity. But yeah, I'm from Transcarpathia, from a mountain region, but I moved to a city called Lvov, which is kind of closer to Poland, and had my bachelor degree in journalism there. But apparently, I ended up there mostly known as a party promoter and DJ. So back in Ukraine, my main occupation before I decided to move forward and try expose myself to the world, and go for this weird adventure where I am right now. I had a promo group which were doing events and producing the content to support those events. So we were oriented on a electronic dance music. And were organizing the club nights and outdoor events as well, making the adverts and after movies about it. Also, our concept was to kind of always decorate and change the environment of the events that we were doing. So, and my role there was, let's say, like a creative producer and apart from founder and a DJ. I was ruling the thing. It was a big team of 7 people. Our most successful event I made was 1,300 tickets through the night. So this is my top, which was quite good, I think. But after working in that business in Lvov, in that city, I realized that for me it would be, if I want to continue professionally in the music, for me it would be worse to move to capital of Ukraine, and I did not like that. And I thought that also because I'm multilingual and traveled a lot, I may try it in a different directions.
So would you say that doing the whole promo stuff really helped with putting yourself out there with music? Because just so that, I don't know if there's people out there who might be interested on,
So I would say, I told the story. I started as just a bedroom producer, but then at some point I was working in Switzerland, and my laptop with all the music that I've done for 7 years burned. Ooh. And I lost a lot of the music, so I got depressed about making music, but as a big music lover, I could not leave it, and I found myself in DJing. And DJing is still doing music in a way, but this is also all about entertainment, and this is what Prodigy was doing as well. So it's just clicked, and I just thought, okay, I'm depressed to produce and create the music. I cannot, I cannot, I lost it. But I still love music, and I know the people who like this music as well. So I found myself for a period in there, and I'm still balancing in between. Being an artist, but also being a even creator for myself and for the people who surrounded me.
That's definitely a little tip from because I do television production. Always back up your things.
Sure. Always back up your thing. I've learned this lesson.
Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of times I've I've just lost something or it's just gone. Especially that's one of the things. Always back up your stuff. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things.
I know. Now I have plenty of hard drives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I think that's quite an interesting thing, especially with what we do. Is it's back in the day. I feel you had to be trained to do what we do. You have to go get your degree and stuff like I am. Obviously, I'm not telling anyone out there don't go out and get a degree. Obviously, try to get a degree, but I just mean more like there's just so much more opportunity because there wasn't no YouTube back in the day, but now there is, and we're just able to just go out and do what we want. I mean, don't get me wrong, the stuff I have it set me back quite a bit, but it's more affordable. It's not marketed towards the big companies who have the money and all that stuff, and I think that's what I feel has really helped us grow since just having more opportunity for for things to happen. And I also think it's a lot different. Actually, I want to ask you this: what's the opportunity like in Ukraine? Because I feel like it's different for everybody. Like it's ignorant to think that my experience in this country is the same as someone from Ukraine. So tell me, like,
Yeah, I can explain it quite well on a simple example that as an independent country, Ukraine is quite young. It's only 30 plus years independent. Yeah, so it was a Soviet country, part of the Soviet Union for a very, very long time, when the culture was really repressed and very censored. So when in 90s Ukraine became independent, all cultural development of all the world fell in one moment. Everything, all progress that was missed or partly, received since 70s, all that music culture, Beatles just became everywhere. And before it was so complicated to get a vinyl of Beatles. So for this 30 years, the development of such things as television, radio, entertainment industry, music industry, film industry, it was growing very randomly, based on not gradual growth. Like it was happening with the technological progression in countries like United States, Japan, or United Kingdom, Europe during the post Second World War time, when technology started take over, capitalism started take over, So the tension came down, while for the countries like Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and other Soviet and post-Soviet countries, the modern tools became available in a wide range, but experience and the not only knowledge but also understanding of this as a heritage, it just became so available. So for now, all those industries are not equally developed with the attributes of a modern world expectations in this. So I would say that in a case of a show business or music business, in Ukraine it's a wild west, while in UK or United States that's quite well-developed program of how you can reach this and this amount in your career, by following this and this particular kind of steps to follow. Either it's a brand building, image building, and so on. Ukrainian artists, problem for, I guess the biggest problem for music industry in Ukraine, that we got a large amount of great musicians and great artists, very new, with a very progressive sound. However, they are most of the crowd that's supposed to come on these concerts are, let's say, audience from 18 till 30, 35, let's call them like this. And they cannot afford to go on concert twice a week, like you can afford in UK. Here it's 5-10 quid. It's your 2 pints in your pub. You can afford to go on a no-name bands because it's so cheap. It's cheaper. It's like a hamburger, right? But then in Ukraine, you're thinking about to go and support a few local no-names or local DJs or parties, or just save your money to go once in a quarter for band like, I don't know, like Chase and Status coming into Capital, and spend your money in there and have this event. So even though there is a lot of high quality content, artists cannot really still earn money on this because people don't earn enough to leave enough money in the cultural sector, So same situation with the cinema. So obviously people making it, people do it with do-it-yourself attitude, with without regrets and without the promises, and it's working out. Yes, this country had 2 revolutions in last 30 years, so it's brought a lot of the wild and new and progressive energy into the cultural sector. So in 20 or 30 years, it's going to be very amazing, a new place to create things. But I'm in my age range, why I might miss it, or I would be the reason why it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and
That's what you want.
and I'm egoistic. I want to my career to happen
Yeah.
with a little bit less struggle, and just because I'm, to be honest, I'm just there.
Mm.
I'm just
Fair
there
enough.
to try to come in UK and rap in English,
Yeah.
you know, and like, you know, and think that this is also can work out cool, and just share my music. Yeah. Sorry, this is Highshifting, and this is your fault that you're here.
Yeah. No. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That was.
Yeah.
It's a very artistic way to put that. Definitely, you definitely use some big words in there. Sometimes I was like, what does that word mean? No. But yeah, I do. I've always just found that so fascinating that sometimes we're what's the word I'm looking for? We're ignorant to what. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just we're ignorant to what happens in other countries and how sometimes we're all pretty damn good compared to other. But I love the fact that you are part of you.
Sorry.
Let's go. I love the way part of you is like trying to be like a pioneer in this industry.
Maybe no, I don't think I'm a pioneer. I would say I'm more.
I think you could be like for Ukraine, like maybe making it more accessible. Because I have every faith you're gonna make it, and I think once you make it, maybe it will show. Maybe you can go out there and make it more accessible. So it's.
I would say even as I see. Obviously, I've got my own passions and my own mission for myself. But as a DJ and as a member of an art group here in Glasgow as well, who do events on our parties, I try to incorporate in my music a lot of what I collected from my journeys, Ukrainian music especially, either dance or pop music, but any Slavic or any European as well. And I got interested into the African and Arabic music. There is a lot of very new sounds getting born every second there right now, in all possible languages, on all possible topics, and I really can relate to this, so I'm trying to kind of promote it. But what I can say that I hope that my experience, my personal artistic experience, will at some point will bring me enough tools or networking to help out maybe somebody, doesn't matter where he's from, or but maybe help out another guy who another trier like me that I was like someday, you know, and just help him, either is it in Ukraine or in UK, doesn't really matter. But I really would like with my music kind of not pioneer, but I want to make groovy and honest music. So with my, I don't rap about what I don't own. Instead, I rap about really what I feel. So I really think that for me, quality would be over quantity. And instead of trying to reach the most biggest amount of the audience, I would like just have around me the one who here. Yes, I want to have a personal connection with the audience.
So why don't you tell everyone about the events that you have coming up?
So as I was telling, I was promotioner and DJ in Ukraine, and I continued this activity here in Glasgow. I'm a founder and a member of an art group called Half Past Now. It's a community-based art group of musicians, DJs, graphic designers, videographers, and photographers that works in collaborative way on a different basis. So we, after a few successful underground raves that we've done in the last 2 years, now we finally go in public, and our first debut on a Glasgow club scene gonna be on 10th of December. It's gonna be happening in La Discoteca, run by Docker Sound Series. I really recommend you check it out, and I really recommend you to come to our event, because our position is we really want to make memorable experiences for ourselves and everybody who's surrounding us, because reality sometimes can be boring and obsessive, and in our opinion, even the small effort makes it brighter, and every
Yeah.
drop of sweat counts. So it's a bunch of people that ready to sweat to make something different. This is our attitude, and I recommend it to check it out. It's going to be a visual show, and it's going to be some decorations. I cannot tell you more details because they soon going to be ready to announce. But subscribe on us, subscribe on Half Past Now, subscribe on me, Highshifting in Instagram or Facebook. Keep updated
Yeah.
because soon,
And I for sure will be there. 100% I'll be capturing.
guaranteed. Yeah.
Guaranteed I'll be there.
Yes.
Eugene, it was great to have you. Mr.
Thanks
Mr.
a lot.
Highshifting, you know.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
I'll make sure to have all your, if you want, he's Spotify, he's Instagram, whatever. Everything will be done in the description in the YouTube, and I'll try to put it up on Spotify as well. If I can't get on Spotify, just go check the YouTube video. And yeah, this was great, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great.
Very nice. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode of 30 Minute Special. Peace.
Bye.